Hello everybody, it's Flesson19 and welcome to the beta branch update of 1.5.6 for January 1st, 2021. And I hope you all had a great new year, and I want to start out by wishing everybody the best this year. We had a really tough one last year. Let's hope that we can finally turn this around and things start getting back to normal. There's been a lot that has gone on, and I'm not going to bring you too much. However, I did go ahead and pick out a few points that I think are of good relevance to go ahead and go through. There's not going to be as much bad stuff in this one, but there still are going to be some things. But I kind of wanted to keep this just to the major issues because I'm sure everybody wants to get back to playing the game. So I'm going to try to keep this one a lot shorter than I keep the normal ones. The only hotfix that we got was this one that came out. However, if you look at it, it says the main branch. So I don't think any of these things really affected the beta branch. So we haven't really had a hotfix in, I think, over a week. So it's a little concerning as to why we're not getting these hot fixes, as there are major issues going on. Now I'm going to run over a few issues. Of course, there's a lot more on the forums. However, some are kind of minor and some aren't extremely relevant. So I'm just going to go over some major bullet points right now. And the first one is a really great thing that they actually put in. And that is being able to allocate points when somebody levels. If they are not in your party and they're either running a caravan or in another party, you can allocate their skill points now. An issue that people have been having is when they capture a town, especially when they are a rebellion town, that they're not able to do any projects. The reason why that is happening is because their loyalty is too low, which your loyalty is sitting right there. If your loyalty is too low, then your people do not work. So you have to raise that loyalty back up before they're going to start any projects. There are two problems with the party screen, and specifically in assigning roles. First of all, the quartermaster skill shows that trade. And just completely ignore that. It's just a bugged little thing. It doesn't require trade to go ahead and increase. It's steward as normal. All you need is just 4 consumables of any type, and you will gain the quartermaster skill. So just ignore that. That is just a bug on the screen. It's working as intended, and everything is fine. The second problem comes from your big brother. As you can see, I am clicking on him and nothing is happening. I can pull up everybody else and I get a drop down menu, but for some reason with him, it's not working. You can't assign him a role. They are aware of that and they are working on that issue. New rebellion factions that get created, as you can see here in Gelmaris, most of the time you're not able to actually convince them to try to join your kingdom. You will actually get a message saying that you can't convince rebel factions to join. They have to work on that because they are able to actually get rebel factions to join other kingdoms, but you're unable to do it. So that is something that they are working on. I fear that that could be something that'll take a little bit. But when you go up to them and they say that they won't join you, that's how it's going to be right now, and it's something you're going to have to be patient on for them to sort that out. We still have death going on. It is still happening. I don't think they have it fixed in simulations yet. It is still 10%. It's still not the 2%. So you're left right now with either playing with death off or playing an extremely bugged death on game. So it would have been nice if they would have got that going. However, they still don't have that working. And hopefully they get the part done where there's a bug in sending them out on quests. They were going to have to leave that at 10% when they fix death. Hopefully they get that fixed as well, and we'll see that here pretty soon. because it kind of leaves you with only two options since they didn't leave us death with old age and birth. So if you want to have kids, you're going to have to suffer with a very bugged out death mechanic that's going on. A major issue I had, and if people notice that with my playthroughs, is that I was getting little pauses in the game. And when I would go into towns, and especially when I would save or I would go into new areas, it would take absolutely forever to load. I had one game where I actually looked at the time, and just to hit the save button, so I hit save, and then when I went back to go ahead and hit load, like you're seeing me do right now, this took maybe about, what, 5 seconds? It took 31 seconds to get done. I've seen it across the forums a lot. What I did is I went and I verified my game files. For those that don't know how to do it, you go into your library, you right click on properties. When you go to properties, this page will come up. Go to your local files, hit verify integrity of game files. It'll take a little bit to do. That is all that I did. And it works perfect for me. It instantly fixed the problem. I also did take, and I wanted to go ahead and run it in administrator mode. I don't know how much that's going to help out or not in ensuring that a lot of the CPU and GPU is directed towards the game, as I do recording this as well, so I'm not sure. But that is the only thing I did, and I got that to stop. So if you're having the map stuttering or the excessive long loading and saving times, go in and verify those files, and hopefully that same thing will work for you as it did for me. I had a major issue with caravans, and the issue that I was having was I was making hardly no money, and this is what I really saw. As you can see, each caravan says Caravan of Flesson. Each one says it. It used to say their names, and down here in the lower screen, as you can see as well, if you look at it closely, it'll say Caravan of Flesson. And that's it. As you can see, this one says it made 1,400. I had a back and forth with Mexico trying to get him to understand what the problem was, as he said that they were working as intended. After we finally got all the communications done, I got my video uploaded to YouTube showing him the problem. The problem is that right there where it says Caravan of Flesson. It is not supposed to say that. It is supposed to be how it was earlier, where it is not their caravan, it is the caravan of the actual companion running it, and it should not say that here as well. It should say each individual one. What I believe is happening is it is only reporting one caravan. It's not reporting all of them to your income. So you're only getting one of those single caravans that it wants to report, which in this case I believe it's a spice vendor by how much money it is being made right now. So it's not reporting or giving you credit for all your other caravans out there. He says that will be fixed. These are going to be reverted back to the way that they were, showing the companion's name, and they will also show down here in your little tooltip to show you your expected profit or loss for the day. Roguery. I believe I went through this in the last beta branch update, but they said that Roguery was fixed in 1.5.6, which I went on to put a video up to show it is not. It has still not been fixed. We haven't had an update or anything to go ahead and fix this problem. Roguery is still broke, so it kind of puts things on hold if you do have a rogue build. All in all, 1.5.6, in my opinion, is still very buggy. It still has some crashes. There's still some problems with certain quests that need to be worked on, and I don't think it's a very good, stable version of the game to upgrade to at this point. I would definitely hold off still. They haven't really hit us with anything important. We did get one hotfix, a minor one, about a week ago or so, and that has been it. There hasn't been really anything else that has come out. So if you're looking for a stable branch of the game, I would still hold back and stay on 1.5.5, even though that still does have some issues. As you saw earlier, I showed that they deployed a patch to the main branch of 1.5.5, so they still have issues on that branch. So I wouldn't go ahead and upgrade to 1.5.6 at this time. The concerning thing is I've been hearing a little bit of chatter about 1.5.7. And I know people might think, we've heard this before. I get the feeling that they're trying to push 1.5.7 out pretty quick here. So don't be surprised if sometime in the next couple weeks we get 1.5.7 to drop. They normally try to push out a patch at least once a month. They really wanted to push 1.5.7 earlier than that. We're only, what, about 2 weeks into this? So I have a real suspicion that we could see one or two hotfixes this year, and then we could see 1.5.7 drop. I hope everybody has a great new year. Stay tuned for this evening. I plan on having a special edition of the Rogue this evening. It's something that I wanted to do, so watch out for that this evening. It's going to be something a little bit different that I hope you guys will enjoy. It's something that I just want to do for the new year. So look out for this episode of The Rogue, which I believe will be episode 7. Hopefully you guys will really enjoy it, so look out for episode 7. That is all I have for you this week. Hopefully I'll have some better news for you next week. Until then, take care, and thanks for watching.